Welcome to the beautiful world of aquascaping. Welcome to a special field trip of green aqua. We are 70 kilometers from Budapest, Hungary. We are in Tatai on the Fényes nature trail, one of the most hidden and nicest ecological gems in this country. The ultimate aquascaping inspiration. I so love it. I'm so excited to show you. There you go. The 1.5 kilometer boardwalk trail takes you to the spring-fed swamp forest, which is all around us. And it's home to multiple species of plants, fish. You've got crabs in here, like freshwater crabs. The town of Tatai, as I said, is located 70 kilometers from the city of Budapest. It's called the town or the city of waters. And it is because there are numerous lakes, streams, little creeks all over the place. I can see some kind of mosses like on the side of this creek. It's the ultimate inspiration, as I said. If you guys are just looking at how the branches have fallen down here, and they're not taking anything out of here. So anything that falls down stays where it is, unless it's, you know, jeopardizing some protected plants or something. Otherwise, everything is left as it is. So they are trying to preserve this natural habitat. Currently, the size of this is about 8 hectares, which used to be like 33. Actually, because of the coal mining that took place in this area from the 70s all the way until like 2001, there was no karst spring activity in this region. So what you see now had been formed between the 70s and the 21st century, let's say that. So it's quite interesting. And then after some time, nature started to heal, and the strings started to come back again, and this is how this habitat had formed. Quite an interesting story, isn't it? The video does not really show the natural feeling that you have walking these forests and having water all around you. This is such a calming and soothing effect that is unparalleled to any place that I've been to Hungary before. So being this close to nature and seeing these small little micro formations, small scapes, natural scapes formed by nature around me is something that is really unmatched experience. I wish that all of you guys could visit this place. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is the only spot that you can leave the boardwalk trail to take a look at this beautiful little lake with all kinds of plants living on the side of it, and observing all the little aquatic plants that are actually growing out of the water. So if you look closer to the water, and when the water is a little bit more clear, right now you can see that after the rain, the water is murkier a little bit. It has this bluish tint because of the minerals that are leached out from the soil that is underneath and from all the fallen leaves during the winter. But you can see some aquatic plants later on, which is also quite interesting to see. The open spaces with a lot of sunlight, like openings, meadows, and the dark tunnels are like changing between one another. So right now I'm just walking down here, and then right now I'm in the middle of a tunnel. And this creek, this spot is a living proof that you can see duckweed everywhere, even in natural habitats in Hungary. Check that out. Where did that come from? Check out that little island over there. It's beautiful. The one in the middle is the nympha, like lotus or water lily. It could be a water lily as well. And next to it On the left side and the right side, these short ones are probably some myriophyllums. This right here is the beaver carnage. Beavers are not building dams here. They don't live here, they just move here from the adjacent areas, and they started to chew into this. And what happened is that this was the only tree, I was told, that had to be removed, because this actually with time could actually fall down, and it could fall down onto the boardwalks. This is a huge tree. It's about at least 50 centimeters or even wider, and it's also an old tree. It's at least, I would say, 40 or 50 years old tree. This is the jacuzzi, actually two jacuzzis of the Esterházy family, a famous count from Hungary. And it was used to be filled with natural waters in the middle of the forest. I'd like that in my backyard. If you want to know more about the ecosystem that you see here, you can actually read the informational boards that are on display. And you can also request a guided tour. But of course, you need to have a prior registration for that. The more time you spend in one spot, the more details you will observe. It's just like an aquarium. When you sit in front of it, you will discover small details that are really interesting. You can see the branches, you can see the frogs, you can see some turtles even, you can see different species of fish. And the Adler trees are occupying most of the Fényes Nature Trail. This is the official name of this natural reserve. The cones of these trees contain many small seeds, which are consumed by the Eurasian siskin when visiting in the winter. Woodpeckers carve plenty of holes in the decaying soft trunks of the alder trees, which are inhabited by many kinds of insects, birds, or even bats. We have arrived to the special world of the Adler swamp forest. Of course, this can be seen in many parts of the country, but there's much less such well-developed bog forest in other parts of Hungary. So we really like standing here and observing what's happening here. After this point, in the back, you probably see it somewhere behind me, is the most important, the most impactful place of the whole Fényes Nature Trail. Come with me. We have arrived to the focus point, to the main attraction of this trail, and it is that huge forest, underwater forest with the cut trees and everything. It is beautiful. It is the crown jewel of this trail. See what kind of fish we have here. I was told that there are carps, obviously, red-winged bream, pike, and amur, which is not a native fish here, so it was introduced by people. And we are not happy about having amur in these waters because it's eating all kinds of plants. So it's actually eating the plants from which are living natively in this place. Not a cool thing to invade nature like that with non-native species. So let me start climbing and see if we have a different perspective. I can see some ducks over there already. This is the main observation point of the trail, and it is overlooking this beautiful little lake. Wow, the perspective here is something else. Just the way that I'm looking at this, it's like an aquarium with the logs everywhere. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I started aquascaping. I was going on hikes with my father a lot in the Romanian Carpathians in my childhood. My father taught me the love of nature by just being in it. He didn't say a word about it. If you wonder at these natural beauties all day long, you'll get sucked in basically into this hobby of nature photography, aquascaping, gardening, or whatever that is close to nature. These logs from the old trees look like the small kokedamas, actually, with the plants growing on them. The natural diversity of this place is just amazing. You see so many birds and so many insects and so many kinds of water creatures. The good thing about this trail is that it's so civilized, so you can come here with your family and you can just explore with them and you're not gonna get your feet wet. I'm speechless, guys, actually. I don't know what to say. There's so many very positive impulses which are like getting through to me. Check this out. I couldn't make it even if I wanted to. The tree trunk is covered in beautiful, beautiful, healthy moss, and there's some bigger leafed plants growing on it. And then there's this aquatic plant, this swamp plant on both sides actually, and then there are some bushes and some trees growing out of it. Wow. This place right here reminds me of Takashi Amano's Japanese internal garden in his house. I've been there many, many years ago when I met the master. This habitat was recreated perfectly in his home. So this is what aquascaping is about for me, recreating something that you see in nature and recreating it to the almost perfection. And I think that the sensei had brought this to the highest level possible. This dead end is actually leading to the heart of this ecosystem, where the karst water is emerging, is pushed up to form these waters in the Fényes nature trail. So if you come closer, you will see how the heart of this place looks like. You have reached perhaps the most magical point of the trail. The Erdei spring scene here erupts at dozens of smaller and larger points, enriching the Fényes water system by thousands of square meters of karst water every day. Let's rise high for a moment in our thoughts and look down at this beautiful system of springs. Bright spots indicate where the most active springs are. If you have a way to listen in silence, you can notice the quiet chatter of the springs breaking to the surface and how the tiny bubbles burst. It has been this calm for thousands of years. Now dive down to the bottom of the spring in thought and see how the emerging water stirs up the smooth white quartz sand. As the rays of the sun shine through these tiny crystal grains, we can see why this place has been called Fényes, which means shiny. The spring-fed waters are at the same temperature year-round. It's between 20 to 22 degrees Celsius, which is actually favorable to the underwater ecosystem. And the pH of the water is about 7.2, 7.4, we learned. The hardness of the water should be very high because it's a karst water, so I'm not sure about the GH, but it's really, really high. Next time, I promise that I bring a TDS meter and I'll measure it. Look at the structure of the plant groups. The foreground, midground, background, just like in an aquarium. Discover how open water, dense thickets, and gradual transitions mirror effectively the aquascape layouts. Capture the textures, the layering, and the natural asymmetry for use in your own layouts. Mimic the spring-fed systems by maintaining a clean, stable water with soft flow. This is the importance of filtration. This is the importance of flow. Select plants with complementary growth habits, just like you'd find here. Think about how to combine beauty and function, hiding filtration like roots hide current in the wild. Nature doesn't always follow rules, but it always looks balanced. Use this when planning your layout. As I said, this is the ultimate natural inspiration for all aquascapers. You can observe how the transitions work between the different layout materials, between the mud and the plants and the hardscape. You can observe how the light is playing around all these textures. You can see how everything is composed together. And I'm really so happy that I was able to bring you guys here, and I hope that you like this video. And if you wish, you can visit this really beautiful Fényes nature trail, and then you can actually find the link of this place in the description. Thank you again for this beautiful team for letting us work here, and no animals, no plants, nothing was harmed during the shooting of this video. And with that said, let me know what you think about this. Bye-bye.